Hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. I wanted to get a quick video out here since we had the Farming Tales AMA this morning. I wanted to get my key points or my key takeaways from that AMA. This one was a little, actually quite a bit different from the one that was about a week ago. I guess almost 2 weeks ago. A lot of great information, and I love the new format. The new format was great that they put together. They did it on Twitch this time, which was different than the Discord that they've been doing in the past. Just the format was awesome. They had a lot of visuals, and it was a lot easier to see the questions from the players in the audience. So that was really neat to see that happen today. Um, and like I said, they and the last time I did an update review, they cleaned up the questions. They didn't repeat a lot of the same questions, so I think it flowed a whole lot better. So a lot of great information coming out of today, including a pretty cool sneak peek that they walked us through during the AMA. I have a very small clip of that at the end of this one. I got approval from Lycos to be able to do that. But even more exciting, we're actually in a future video here in the next few days, maybe next week. We are going to meet with Duel, who is one of the lead developers on the Farming Tale project, and he's going to walk us through, do a custom walkthrough for our audience of the actual new Waxchester environment. He's going to walk us through every little part of it, and as you'll see from the portion that I'm going to show you here shortly, it is huge. It is just massive. It's bigger than I expected, which makes sense why it's taking so long for them to go through and build this out. But it looks awesome. There's wax games, and then this is a whole new level. This is going to redefine what wax games are. It gets away from the 2D approach. But let's talk about the AMA. A lot of good information. Want to go ahead and start off with some of the not necessarily repeat items, but items that we've talked about before and have quite a bit of updates. I know I did this view uh, last review where we went over to the sunflowers. I know these aren't wildflowers, but wanted to go here just to talk about the wildflowers. They are officially going up for sale on Friday, January 28th. Um, he did not announce the price in the AMA. There'll be a full announcement in the Discord tonight, they said. So I'll have the link down below for the Discord. So go ahead and keep an eye out for that. It sounds like it's going to be multi-purpose. It's going to both help new users, but it also sounds like it's going to produce products that are going to be using new Waxchester that will also be used for the different weekly and daily activities that they're talking about doing. So it has use for newcomers and also us that have been around here for a while. So I'm very interested in the price of that. So we will go ahead and once I have that, I'd probably end up buying one if it's in the budget, obviously. As I mentioned, I have another big drop that's happening on Friday that's going to take a good chunk of my budget. All right. The next on the list is the seeds in the greenhouse. Again, not a lot of details here. A little bit of repeat information. The seeds are going to be random. So if you buy a greenhouse, when you plant it, they're going to be essentially random as you produce. You will then be able to sell them in the chests in the secondary market. So in the secondary market, you'll be able to pick which seeds, excuse that sound, you'll be able to pick the seeds that you are looking to use. Go ahead and mute that. So on the secondary market, you pick it, but the profit really comes from the greenhouse. The one thing that they did announce that is awesome is you're going to have the ability in game directly. I don't know if it'd be directly from the greenhouse or if it'll be just a purchase option in game. Is you can buy additional slots that expand the production of your greenhouse using Cest. So you don't just get a one-stop, one production item greenhouse. You can expand it. They didn't say how big it's going to expand. They didn't say how much it's going to cost, but he definitely said that it'll be expandable, which is huge, especially as you get bigger farms and also more profit. So that's definitely something. He also did say the greenhouse is going to be very expensive. Um, my guess, it's definitely going to be over the 20,000 cest that the lumberjack and the pier were. So that's another item that I wanted to bring up. And the last one before we actually jump into some screenshots here was they talked about the animals. It sounds like from a 3D animation perspective, they have them all done except for two of them, which they are in the process of finishing up. You can go on the Discord and actually see screenshots of the animals, and I'll show you one here in a second. But the other key item that they did mention is they are considering adding legendary animals into the game. From a production perspective, they won't produce any more than an epic will produce. But what a lot of people like to do is have long harvest times, so they only have to harvest once or twice a day. These legendaries will produce the same as epics, but they'll have much longer harvest time frames. Um, so you, so essentially that'll benefit those that like the longer the time frames. Um, no other details around it other than it may be coming. Doesn't say what animals, doesn't say if it'll just be in addition to what we currently have in, or if it'll be new animals. So they just wanted to hint at that. But they did mention they're very close to being done with the 3D animals, and they expect them to be in game soon. So from a visual perspective, that's a neat addition. That's a great addition that we have coming here in the near future. It doesn't do anything for the production, but it makes the game more lively. So you don't come out to these fields and just see empty stables and empty houses. All right, so let me go ahead and actually going to show a screenshot. This is again from the AMA. As you can see, this is going to be the new Frank. That's another addition that they mentioned. There's a new Frank coming. This is what he's going to look like. We've seen screenshots for months on this guy. So he's going to look like that. I'm not sure which one I like better. Obviously, I don't. He looks like the traditional farmer, so I understand why they're going with that route. But I'll be excited when they actually get custom skins in the game. Just a minor thing, but you also see the 3D. We have a hen here, and it looks like this is a goose. So those are coming. They showed a screenshot of that, which is pretty cool. All right, let's dive into some of the more the new announcements that are coming out. Partnerships, and collaborations. They actually announced a few of them on the AMA today. Before we jump into the actual partnerships themselves, the one thing that they did jump on was the $5. It looks like there is we just got added, and I say we, Farming Tales, Assessed got added to the $5 platform. On that platform, they have liquidity mining or liquidity pools. Basically, you stake both Cest and say Wax, and it earns you their box coin. So that is another way where you could profit. Not sure that's something I'll be doing here anytime soon because I like to stake mine in my wallet so I can get the CBIT and continue that going. Just a quick update on that. The blending that we talked about last time, phenomenal. I've been able to reduce my CBIT production by almost 40 a day, so I'm well into the profit there. So that's DeFi They announced that today, and they are in the Discord if you have any questions for them. As far as the in-game partnership, the couple that they had mentioned, I want to go ahead and I only go over here to because I thought it was funny. The first screenshot or the next screenshot that I'll show here is if you ever ran all the way back to this corner, you'll see an outhouse way back here. Not usable, obviously, but it's there. So I thought that was interesting because the first partnership that we're going to talk about here is an outhouse. It is at a different location. This is a screenshot. It will be an NFT that you can buy in game, actually through Nifty, but for in game with Cest. But this is their first partnership that they're talking about. They did not provide the name of the company, but they did mention that it is a real world company that produces oil. They didn't stress if it was cooking oil. They didn't stress if it was olive oil. They didn't stress if it was anything motor oil. Um, I'm assuming olive oil or cooking oil. So I'm assuming it's one of those two. I would be leaning towards olive oil. But we'll find out here in the next few weeks. But they will have an NFT in here that will produce oil in the game. So that it will be coming here, and that'll be in partnership of this company yet to be named. The next one is Hemp Fields. This is actually going to be a partnership of two different companies. Greetings from Sativi, as you could say. I butchered that one. Um, I never heard of them, but I guess they're a company over in Europe, mostly on the hemp side. In addition to that, there is going to be a local coffee shop in Amsterdam that is teaming up for the partnership for this, and this will also be an NFT game. I believe this will be connected to the land, the hemp land that we'll get an announcement here shortly about. So keep an eye on the Discord. Similar to the beehives and the saffron land, hemp will be another option in the game. All right. So those are the two partnerships that they announced, technically three, but through two different NFTs. So those are coming here in the near future. More information to come. Pretty cool. As they mentioned, they are stressing the combination of real world items with NFT items. They want to bring the two worlds together, attract more people from the real world into our environment, and then again, um, and potentially from the NFT world to start buying these products. And you can, down the road, when new Waxchester's out, they'll be providing actual products. All right, so let's jump over to the last and what I consider the most exciting. A look at the new Waxchester. Uh, this essentially the team walked us through. I'm just going to show a little clip at the end of this video. As I mentioned, we're going to do a full big walkthrough of it with a development team here in the very, very near future, where they're going to walk us through and show us all the buildings, and it's going to be pretty cool. All right, so let me jump over to the walkthrough. All right, we were over here in, this was essentially the screen recording of the AMA. I clipped out a lot of it. I do have permission from Lycos to be able to show this to you, so I'm not stealing anything from them. I have written permission from him. So what I wanted to do is, I'm not going to show you a lot of this. They went through about a 30-minute walkthrough. So let me actually get this started while I'm talking. Um, first of all, it is huge, not an understatement, which is great. This reminds me of a an RPG game where you have an open world. It's not a fully open world, so keep that in mind. Um, there is some limitations to it, but it is a lot more open than any other game that you see on Wax. It's getting up to the point where you're seeing like some of the Gala games that I'm playing, or that are coming out here in the near future. Look how just big this is. And I know during the AMA there was a lot of complaints about this, just the size of it. They did mention that there's going to be bikes or some sort of transportation that will be introduced into the future. Probably won't be day one, but this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to make a metaverse big, all-encompassing game. This allows them to expand. This allows them to bring in other collaborations, and it's not a this spring once this goes live, it's done. It's going to you can continue to build. You have the space to build. You have the space just to continue moving forward. You see right here, this is actually the entrance to your farm. This is where you'll go to your farm and come back from your farm. You'll essentially, once you get into New Waxchester, you'll run down this road, and it'll lead you all the way in. And look how big that is. There's so many buildings in here, so many possibilities. Um, they said the water is going to be flowing, so that'll be moving. The trees are going to be flowing. You saw the windmill once the video kicked off. That was moving, so it's all going to be animated. Initially, it's not going to have um, like the multiplayer aspect of it, but that will be down the road as they continue to build this out throughout the year. You see all the different buildings. You'll have options when you actually get in here. You see all the different, like I said, I'm going to do a full walkthrough of this on a separate video, but I wanted to show this. There's the bank, there's the town hall, there's a tavern, which they think they're going to have a lot of activities at. When you go to stake, you go to the bank right here. So there's just a lot going on, and as you can see by this, there's been so many complaints about why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long? This walkthrough here is the exact reason. They have put so much into this new Waxchester that it just looks fantastic. They said that it is on track for the springtime. Once they get the seeds and the greenhouse in February, and then the rest of the products here in March, they'll be able to go live with this shortly after. So you can just see all the room, all the if your thing is to, they're trying to do two aspects for the farming tales. They're trying to do the quick click and profit aspect, which you can use. See, there's the tavern that they mentioned that they're going to try and do a lot of gatherings at. You can do the quick click and profit um, through the Taco app, um, or you can get the all expansive, in depth game that a lot of people that were, my personal opinion is, we're missing on the Wax platform. This is, I'm blown away by what I'm seeing here, and I hope you are also. Um, so, like I said, I'm going to do a full meeting with the developers where we are going to walk through this, where they're going to take us, show us the buildings, show us the layouts. And there's a lot going on here. I'm just quick taking a look at my notes. I think I caught everything that was at least a highlight from my perspective. As I mentioned, I'm trying to take the hour plus format that they provide and chop it into 10, 15 minutes with the highlights of what I think came out of the meeting. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe. We're on the push for 250. Maybe I will do a giveaway. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'm going to do a rare animal giveaway as part of the next video that I'm going to do with the developers, where we'll go ahead and give out an animal for anyone that likes and comments on that video. But you must be a subscriber to do so. So I hope you all enjoy this kind of video. I will talk to you all later, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you, everyone.